Hi again, my name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm going to be doing the second half of my what solds for last week, which will be the weekend, August 19th through the 21st, so Friday through Sunday. A lot of eBay sales and very little of the other platforms. It is what it is. I'm still cross-listing, but again, not as much as I should, because I think just like eBay, you need to stay active in these other platforms in order for the algorithm to smile on you. So I've got to do better or make Robert do it, right? Let's blame Robert. Robert's not been cross-listing for me. There we go. All right. We went out one day this weekend, to do a little bit of sourcing, but it was kind of blah. But next weekend is two major yard sales for this area. One is in Johnson City, which is about 30 minutes from me, and it's called the Tree Streets, and it's miles. I mean, you basically park at the university and you bring stuff to carry your stuff, and you just walk all of these streets, but it's miles, and every yard almost has somebody set up there. Unfortunately, it has really turned into kind of like the Highway 127. A whole lot of vendors, a whole lot of tents that are just flea marketers who have rented the space. But there are some treasures to be found. So I'm torn, because then in our town we have what's called the Warrensburg Road sale, which is 23 miles. And we've done well in the past and we've done terrible in the past, because again, it's going to be a lot of vendors and a lot of flea marketers, and it's just the deals aren't there. So we'll have to figure it out, but I'm looking forward, hopefully, just to get out, get some footage, hopefully, of us yard selling, and then, show you what we found. But today I'm going to just be working on more of the 1200 plush that I picked up from Kim. So it's just lots to do. All right. I think that's it. Let me go ahead and switch to the correct screen. So I had a lot of multi-quantity sales this time. So I've just kind of put some of them, left them on their combined screens to share with you. But first thing, Hershey's Kissable Bear Plush, 6-inch. This came from my high bid estate sale that I won last year. This I took a best offer of $10 for. Still selling that stuff and still haven't finished listing it. One of those sales. Would I buy this again? Probably not. This is a Hamilton Beach electric knife. There was a point, I've had this listed for a while, that I thought all vintage small appliances needed to be picked up. Not really. This sold for $11 best offer. I was just glad to get it out the door. This, I picked up some bags of vintage Christmas ornaments at my little favorite estate sale that I like to go to here in our town. It had just tons of older stuff. Some of it was not so great, but I always pick them up because they're usually $2 or $3. And I listed just this one and it sold almost immediately. I got an offer probably within an hour or so of listing it, which I did accept. This one Christmas ornament sold for $20. Build-A-Bear. A lot of times I list them for $9.95, but there are some to keep an eye out for. This cow that had its bell still sold for $18.55. Now, I did release a video probably a month or so ago, maybe longer, because I'm terrible with time, about some Build-A-Bear sales that were within the last 90 days, and some of them go for big bucks. So if you haven't watched that, I'll try to see if I can get Robert to have Robert put it down in the description, the link. Great courses. anytime I see these, I usually pick them up. I think I picked this one up at an estate sale. I paid $1 each. Some of them were like multi-disc sets, but I have also found these at the Goodwill bins, which definitely then picked them up. This one was an Algebra 1 Math High School DVD, steel sealed. It sold for $17.99. Walmart. Love Walmart. This is a vintage brown bear plush, 15-inch. It sold for $23.20. Little Golden Books. In one of my lives, we were talking with Got Junk in Our Trunk, Rhonda, and she talked about picking up Little Golden Books, the vintage ones, whenever she sees them. So I bought, I want to say like 10 of them at a yard sale, 50 cents each. I've sold a couple of them, but I haven't even finished listing all of them either. This one sold for best offer of $6. Villeroy and Bosch, not quite sure. This was a Christmas plate. I think Robert picked this up in one of those $5 fill-a-box sales. This sold for $15 best offer. I'm all about accepting best offers right now and sending tons. These pigs, and there's other animals, but majority of the time I see these pigs. This is an Iwaya Pudgy the Piglet pig plush from 1986. They were just these little walking sounds toys. I think their noses moved also. Let me see, did I put a video down here? Yes, I put a video showing that it worked. Just very cute. Definitely keep your eyes out. Underneath them, you'll see on here, it'll say Iwaya. There are other brands. I can't remember, Westminster maybe, but I always pick these up. You know, you run the chance, though, if it doesn't have working batteries in, that it may not work. Wish Pets. I pick these up quite often. They are definitely my bread and butter. This one sold pretty quickly, though, because it was from Dollywood, 2014. It sold for $12.04. I think I picked this up at an estate sale. Paid $1. It was the original Gambina vinyl doll. Her name was Cleo. She's carrying a little grocery basket over here on the side. She sold for best offer of $19. Kohl's Cares. I pick them up all the time. Usually $1 or less. I try to like keep it at about 50 cents or so. But when I'm at the bins, I tend to buy a whole lot of these. They just seem to end up being donated at some point. This one was from Curious George. His name was Chuckey. He's a gray puppy dog. I have several of these. Well, I've still got one left. It sold for $7.39. I'm good with that. Pay 50 cents, sell it for $7.39 plus shipping, because I do not do free shipping. IKEA. This one is the Golden Retriever. These come in varying sizes. I want to say there's like 3. There's a small one, this 12-inch one, and then there's a larger one. This one sold for $18.55. Fisher-Price Little People. These had condition issues, but they sold very quickly. Again, I disclose and then I accept best offers. So these sold for $11. But you can tell, and almost always they never have the foam. These had the bunk beds, which are harder to find, but even the little the slots to stick them together, the connectors were broken. So you just don't know. People are going to use these. They may be repainting them. Just list it. More Little People. I'm pretty sure these came from the Goodwill bins from our last trip. I tend to put 2 of them together, list them for $9.95, take best offers. I received a best offer on these of $7.50. This jacket probably would have sold for a whole lot more, but there were no tags. Somebody had cut the tags out as far as the size. So it was totally based on measurements. and been listed a while, and I decided to go ahead and take a $20 best offer. I'm sure we probably paid $2 or less for it. Now here's one of my multi-orders. Now this person had recently purchased a large plush from me and then turned right around afterwards, you know, after they'd already received that one, sent me messages wanting these 3 items. We worked out the details ahead of time. He only wanted to spend $25 with shipping. You know, so I told him, send me offers on these 3 items. I'll charge you $6 shipping. And it was a go. But, you know, he spent $19 on a very small Smurf, this little yellow banana plush, and then this little Swib lion from 1984. All of them vintage, and the plush that he purchased from me before was vintage. So I'm hoping, you know, he's going to keep coming back and looking in my store and purchasing more items because I was willing to make deals. And then this was a multi-order. This person, I don't think had purchased very much on eBay because she kept sending me lots of messages. I think she was trying to buy from different people because she kept sending me just very confusing messages. She ended up buying these 2 sets, and then she came back and ordered another set from me afterwards. Maybe she was trying to check to make sure it is what she wanted, but then she came back and she bought one more set from me. But silverware, these are from Reed & Barton. I've talked about this before. I divide them up into like sets of 4 of the same utensils. So these were soup spoons and tablespoons. I think this is the one I bought at an estate sale. It was like a 12-piece place setting. Very fancy. I paid $35 for all of it. And I think I'm down to just the silver. I mean the knife, the butter knives. It was an amazing find. So definitely keep your eyes out for Reed & Barton. But she paid $58 for these 8 spoons. Avon Kirby teddy bear plush. I think I picked this up at the Goodwill bins. I've been going through some of those bags. And the selling point on this plush is this shirt. It says Kirby Loves on it. I could have probably sold it separately. I just decided to leave it together. It's from 1983. It sold for $23.20. Here's another multi-order. This person bought this Breyer horse from me for $12 and then wanted to purchase these jeans for $8. Field and Forest men's jeans. I was a little concerned because the jeans I have listed at a flat rate of $8.99. But when you added the horse, that couldn't go in a padded flat rate. But it ended up working out okay, as far as I was able to fit them in a small priority box, and the shipping was fine. This is an Emerson Creek Pottery bowl. I picked this up at an estate sale. I think it was either one of the fill boxes or I paid $1 or $2 for it. It sold for $9.25. Walmart, again, love it. If you're not on the Facebook group, I think they're like Lost Lovies or Lost something. If you go in there and look, a lot of times plush that people are looking for isn't the hard to find little snuzums and the Edens and stuff that we all know sells for a lot and are really hard. It's these normal everyday plush. Somebody's parent has picked it up at the hospital shop, the Walmart, Kmart, any of these stores, and they're having a hard time figuring out how to replace this plush. It's very seldom is those high-end ones. It's these normal ones that, you know, I pick up. They're not high dollar, but I'm saving them from the landfill because a lot of these plush, that's where they would end up. and somebody eventually is going to want it. And I'm okay with the long tail stuff, letting it sit till the right person finds it. I don't think this was listed very long, but it sold for $12.04. A little 6-inch Walmart hedgehog. Cabbage Patch Kids dolls. I must have picked this up recently because I have tons of doll stuff that I need to go through and start putting in small lots. I may, when it slows down, right? When it slows down, I might get to them. But these must have been together, and I must have purchased them recently because I just threw them on on eBay. Sold very quickly, about maybe listed a month. I took a best offer of $18 for them. Just 2 vintage Cabbage Patch outfits. And this one here, the little blue polka dot one, it had a stain on it, which I did disclose. This is Denim and Flower men's shirt. This has been listed almost from the point when we started listing clothes, I want to say a little over a year ago. Finally got a best offer on it of $10 and got it out of here. A lot of these shirts we paid probably 50 cents or fill a bag for them. Hug Fun. This one was a chocolate scented bear plush. Again, it sold for full asking price, which tells me that it was an end and sell similar, and it sold before my sale was getting started on it. These are Ethel jeans. I think I previously sold these on either eBay or Poshmark because I put all of my clothes on Poshmark also, and it was a return for fit. Relisted them, and they sold again, $15 best offer. Paw Patrol. This is Marshall, $7.39. Probably picked up at the bins and didn't pay very much for it at all. But, you know, it was unique. It's a little bit different than some of the other Marshall plush. And somebody's probably trying to finish a collection, which is why I like to list my plush individually for the most part so that somebody doesn't have to buy extras to get something that they want. This was from my online estate sale, the high bid one from last year. At the time that I listed it, I don't think I could find this blue rabbit, so I threw a big old price on it. But I did get an offer on it for $45, and when I went back into the comps, there were actually others listed for about this price, maybe even one that was less. So I went ahead and accepted the offer because I have little in most of these. I bought way over 1,000 items, and I only paid $500 and some for it. So I'm good with selling this for $45, but very cute. Heartline, Crayola. But the big thing is this Benny and Smith. I saw a lot of comps for Benny and Smith plush that were not just my bread and butter prices. Now these next 2 items again were a multi-quantity sale, but the person did not wait for me to combine the invoice. So I went ahead and shipped them together. I've had a video that I put out recently showing you how, if they've paid separately, how to combine the orders so that you get one label and it puts both of the tracking numbers on the listings for you. And then I just gave her a partial refund on the shipping bag. But this was the Fisher-Price Little People school tray that goes inside of the school building. This one was for the numbers. There's a second tray that's just for the alphabet. It sold for $8. And then she also bought this Little People picnic table set. This went with the zoo, I believe. It sold for $9.25. All right, Disney Club Penguin. I pick these up whenever I find them. For the most part, they are still collectible, and they sell very quickly for me. This yellow puffle sold for $8.32. This was in one of the boxes that Robert did the fill-a-box for $5. It was a Balik Ireland porcelain vase bowl. These are all the words I used. Swirl, seashell. It sold very quickly for $13.90. Another clothing item. This is an Aeropostale. Aeropostale. I never get that right. Long sleeve graphic tee. Took a best offer of $10 for it. Little People again. I bought a small bag. I remember these were in a bag with some of the other bendable. This goes to one of the bendable Little People sets. I decided to go ahead and list the people separately. These two were just the cooler and the fire. And so those two for $9.25. These are these Hazel Atlas glasses that I picked up at a estate sale. I want to say I paid like $10 for 6 of them. Several of these had the same kind of condition, so I put like 3 of them together that were the same condition, and then I had others that were in different conditions. This one sold, again, full asking price, which means I had just ended it and did sell similar. $14.95 for one. Baby Fanatic Lovies. I pick these up a lot. Lovies in general. Most of them are my bread and butter, but like this one, I took a best offer of $7, but some of them sell for quite a bit, so definitely check your comps on all Lovies. Earth Spirit sandals. I think we picked these up for like $1 at a yard sale. Could have been the one where we paid $0.25. I'm not quite sure. But again, we usually pay $2 or less for most of the shoes that we pick up. Took a best offer of $14. Get them out the door, right? And then Walmart again. Love Walmart. This is a blue bunny rabbit. Sold very quickly, $18.55. And then this Carter's Lovie. Again, I picked them all up. This is a little bit more hard to find. Use all polka dot, duck, lovey, security blanket. I use all of those words. $23.20. Then I only had one Mercari and one Poshmark sale for the weekend. I've had this listed years. And I think it's been on Mercari for a while also, but finally sold $6 for a Fisher-Price Sweet Dreams Lullabies CD set, sealed. And then these distressed is the word you use. These Levi's silver tab men's jeans, lots of tears. Just because, list them anyway. There's stains, there's tears, but it still sold on Poshmark, $21. Last week, ebbs and flows. I talked about this on the other video. Last week was excellent. This week's been slow, and that's okay. It gives me more time. I've not been feeling well, so it was kind of nice not to have to do a whole lot of shipping. Just tummy issues as always, and I've got fluid in this ear, so it's kind of been messing with me, but I'm on meds for it now, so hopefully that'll go away soon too. It's time to get to work though. I've got things that have had their 2 days of spa time that I'm going to go ahead and get processed, and then I think I'm going to do another video today on some more haul stuff. I think we finally got everything out of the car that was from the Highway 127 sale, so I need to show you guys some of that stuff too. All right, bye.